What is up, chat? Today we're doing South Carolina 14, so let's get started. Before we begin, just remember that you can use 2 free requests per video. You should use them, not gonna lie. Here's the map of South Carolina 14. It is about 60 miles. It runs from Lawrence to Landrum, and it goes north and south, although it's an even number for some reason, but whatever. Going up north, we're starting here at Business US 76, and we will be signed for Gray Court. Here we have a very brief concurrency of US 76 proper. We are signed for Greenville and Anderson within the concurrency. US 76 leads us here to go to Anderson, while we will be still getting signed for Greenville, which I still like, although Gray Court's gone. Here we meet South Carolina 101, we get signed for Fountain and Greenville, which is still really good. South Carolina 101 on its own is signed for Woodruff. Also on the left side of the picture you can see a little weird instance with the arrow there. It's not really an error per se, but it's turning right after the railroad crossing on the left there, so yeah. Next we meet I-385 and become concurrent with it. It's colorful interchange. Here at this reassurance shield with I-385, we don't get anything for some reason. I know we're concurrent for like one exit, but still, I feel like there should be something here. Come on, SC done. Here we leave I-385 and get signed for Fountain End. Here at this light we meet South Carolina 418. And it is signed for Woodruff while we still sign for Greenville. South Carolina 417 will join us briefly in Simpsonville. Here's where we leave South Carolina 417. Here I have a personal pic of the South Carolina 146 intersection, aka Woodruff Road. That road's heck, by the way. Anyways, 146 is signed for Greenville and we are signed for Greer. Here I have some more personal pics of the Pelham Road intersection. And we are still signed for Greer, and we have these weird shields for some reason. I don't know why they are like that, but I guess it's cool. And we also have a one line for Greer at that light. And as you can tell, this is another picture of mine. We meet I-85, which is signed for Greenville-Spartanburg. Also, here's a look at the exit sign here. I thought this was a cool little view. And also, I got this at sunset, so it made it even better. Here we pass by the Greenville-Spartanburg International Airport. I have a personal picture of this as well. It's kind of a mid-view, sorry about that, but also this intersection was requested by Russ K, so thank you for that request. And here we meet South Carolina 80, the wannabe freeway. It's really called a parkway, but they make it look like it's a freeway by saying N freeway at the eastern terminus for some reason, so that's weird. We're on the whole highway on one day, so yeah, from experience. Also, SC-80 is signed for the SC Inland Port Terminal. Here at this light we meet South Carolina 290 and its truck route. We will be concurrent with its truck route, but I'm not going to acknowledge the concurrency. Here we meet the US 29, which is just signed for Spartanburg. We are now signed for Landrum since we're in Greer now. And also, apparently we weren't concurrent with South Carolina 290 truck. There should have been a 2 sign back there, but whatever. Here we meet South Carolina 414, which I think is a child route for us, and it connects to US 25, and we have a new line for Gowinsville. Here in Gowinsville, we meet South Carolina 11, which is signed for Cleveland and Campobella. We're still signed for Landrum. Here we meet US 176, which is signed for a point of interest. Of course it is. Come on, SC Dot, why are we doing this? But anyways, we are here in downtown Landrum. Nice little area we got here. And then we end at I-26, which is signed for Asheville and Columbia. Also, I'd like to mention that there is a South Carolina 14 exit sign in North Carolina. I forgot to mention this in the other South Carolina 14 video, but this is a cool sight to see. The only thing that's weird though is that the outline's missing. But yeah, I'll show you that before the video ends. And of course it's outdated. Why wouldn't it be? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was the last video of our current set. Now we'll be moving on to the next set. And I'll see you then. Hope you enjoyed.